STEM jobs are growing twice as fast as non-STEM occupations. Right now, there is a shortage of workers in STEM fields, and the demand for workers will only increase. Many of the emerging occupations are STEM-related or will require STEM skills. With advances in technology and automation in many industries, there will be a need for higher-level STEM knowledge and digital literacy.
We all know from day dot we ask our kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? But what happens when we get to career crystallisation in late primary school is we suddenly go from I can be everything to actually I can't be everything. And they start to narrow down their options. And they start to narrow this down by sometimes just having ad hoc conversations with parents or listening and hearing to what other families say. Your child might ask you a question about, working in a certain occupation, and often parents don't realise what the child's doing or might just say something off the cuff. And what they don't realise is those responses, which are often brief, actually can shape the young child's career crystallisation.
We do see that every career now is most likely to have some element of computer science associated with it, whether it's using an application, programming a robot, whether it be in entertainment or in sales. It could be a podcast because you're in a company that needs to market their products to the world. We see great benefit in all students studying at least one IT course at senior. Certainly, we also believe they should be studying it from grades 7 to 10. We think it's really important they study it in grades 11 and 12 in particular, regardless of what career they're going to go into.
In essence, children who believe their abilities can be developed outperform academically children who believe their intelligence is fixed. And once that growth mindset is established, children subscribe to the fact that all challenges can be overcome and that perseverance is the key to overcoming those challenges. It's important to know that children can subscribe to both a fixed and a growth mindset depending on the field of study. For example, boys more so than girls subscribe to a growth mindset when it comes to STEM school subjects such as math and engineering. However, a growth mindset can be taught to anybody in any subject field, boys or girls. Sometimes we actually have unintended consequences when we say to children, "You're so smart," because that's more about self-esteem. But it doesn't help them to accept challenges. And that's really where the growth comes in. That's really where they learn how to persevere. And that's really how they'll end up having a more academic achievement.
We have an absolute huge range of things that they can do in here in the STEM field. 3D printers, we have them, and they're our most popular thing by far in the room. Our virtual reality is really popular with groups as well. We have music editing, we have photo editing, we have green screen, we have crafts, scrapbooking sorts of machines, and all of this through the support of council and through the grants we've received from state government is being made free to our library patrons.
So there's normally a robotics club or a coding club that you can start up, and parents can also look for school holiday workshops. They can attend those with their children to learn alongside them about all things STEM related.
What's really important for parents is to understand that in year 5 and 6, as the students starting to develop their independence and autonomy and figuring out who they are and themselves as an individual separate to the family unit, that also they'll start to ask questions about careers, and sometimes we don't realise that that's what they're doing. We don't realise that odd question about do you like your job, or if they start to make observations about the hours that someone works or different jobs that they've seen on TV, that's what they're actually starting to do. They're unconsciously in many ways trying to group occupations into something I can do or something that I'm not going to do.
The role of the parent as the student advisor, the primary student advisor, is fundamental, and we hope that parents will see the value of IT in their students' careers.
Those ad hoc conversations or random questions about, what a person in the family does for a living are actually a part of this identity formation and career crystallisation phase. And parents can help with good questions and answers and information, or encourage the child to start researching and looking for different occupations, help that child then with crystallisation so that when they get into junior high school, they can start to move into exploration.